Anyways, guys, that's why you don't have a super secret insider Twitter account attached to your other Twitter account. And then you get found out.
I think I missed that one.
It popped up in the Discord just a little bit ago. Some guy who was apparently a quote unquote had an insider account. He's the one who leaked all the new Assassin's Creed games. Replied to somebody for that account from his other account, which proves that he is violating NDAs.
Whoopsie.
Guess who's never getting invited to anything ever again?
Guess who's not?
So Iron, chill out with that shit.
God, Iron. Respect the NDAs.
I can't hear you, Iron. Iron, your voice is not coming through.
We can't hear you.
Unmute yourself, Iron.
My bad. I was actually good about an NDA through work for like the 2 days I had to be quiet.
I mean, NDAs aren't hard. Just keep your fucking mouth shut.
I was.
So let me guess. NASCAR shit.
Yes.
See, I'm so good at this game.
You guess what NASCAR thing?
I'm assuming it has something to do with championship weekend.
No.
Wow. Then I have nothing to say.
Driver signing.
Oh, the Bush
Kyle
to
Busch.
RCR.
Yeah.
Oh, so y'all are printing materials for that.
We do a lot for RCR. So like during the news conference, that like backdrop that was like step and repeat of like RCR whatever, that I had to rush that through at 3:00 in the afternoon. We had to print it. I had to print it, sub it, and then I had to get sewn and shipped out that night.
Well, there you have it, folks. Iron knew that it was Kyle Busch, right? Or Kurt? Yeah. Kyle. There you go. Kyle Busch. Iron knew about him signing with RCR before any of us did. If you even like NASCAR, I do. Mike, NASCAR fun. NASCAR is adding a new Chicago race next year.
That's the street race.
I mean,
the street race. It's gonna be so wild.
Where are they gonna put that?
Like downtown, they're gonna like shut down
they're
major
shutting down
roads.
Part of downtown. Yeah.
Yeah.
Are they fucking insane? Race. How are they gonna do that? Like, do they?
Money.
Barriers.
Yeah. Like, think of like a video game. Think of like Grid.
But there's no curvy roads downtown Chicago.
Yeah,
it's gonna be all 90 fucking degree corners, man.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. Learn like they actually have to learn how to drive in more than a fucking circle.
Hey, they actually, to be fair, NASCAR has added more road courses over the last few years.
They need more, like every fucking track.
Might actually
you don't want every
intrigue me enough to watch NASCAR.
No, nothing will intrigue me enough to watch fucking NASCAR.
You still need your ovals, but it's really interesting because like now when they race Daytona, they also race the Daytona road course.
Here's what's also we're kind of noticing. One, a lot of like ever since COVID hit, even with the restrictions lifted, they are blocking out sections of the stands. Like they can't sell the tickets, it seems, so they keep ordering shit to cover the stands.
And yet, NASCAR still sells more tickets a year than the NFL.
Now, bigger things like
on a team basis. So like NASCAR is like the top selling like sports for their venues. So they can sell fucking, Daytona as an oval, I think has 100,000 seats. And they sell that out twice a year. They have 36 races a year, and not all of them are complete sellouts, but like their big ones are. So like NASCAR is legit doing some hella ticket sales.
We're doing Talladega right now, and
yes,
we hate everything. We hate everything about it. They've literally crippled our company 2 or 3 times with these fucking races. And then like, here's the funny part. We're doing Talladega shit. They've literally put in like 20 orders for massive banners and fence mesh and everything. And then they want it by next Monday, all of it to pick up. And then they have the audacity, knowing how hard that is for us to do, to then be like, hey, that university that we want the mesh for, that's like 1,000 feet, you're going to have that ready this week, right? And those banners, you're going to have those that, to ship tomorrow, right? And they actually had to call and they're like, you need to pick what's more important.
But let's be fair. I bet you NASCAR's paying you a shit ton of money as a company.
No.
That's weird.
We don't see NASCAR money. We're not contracted. We're not, from my understanding, we work directly with one track. And then we deal with ARCA because we're an ARCA sponsor. But the NASCAR itself runs, at least through us, kind of, there's two companies that are that run through us that then buy shit. So at least that's what I understand, because they're marketing companies.
The money has to be good enough for them to get priority.
I mean,
it has to be. You wouldn't.
I'll put this in our little, because there's certain. I doubt it'll ever come back on me, but
the money has to be good enough for priority, or the owner just has to be a complete fucking idiot.
Mm-hmm.
Which has been established.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna contact NASCAR about all the NDAs Iron's breaking now.
No, I'm not. I didn't sign any NDA agreements. I didn't sign shit.
Interesting.
Right?
Yeah.
Right?
Iron's job printing NASCAR stuff. The riveting content you come here for.
I think we give people a few months, and if they don't pay up, then their time in attendance gets shut off.
Nope.
They get a visit from who we like to call Little Guido.
Nope. They just keep going, like keep cracking that damn whip. We need this tomorrow. We need this today. Here's an order at noon. You need to ship this out, like this giant thing, out at 5:00. That's what it is.
Get it handled, buddy.
Get done, Iron. Jeez.
Not me. All right.
Hey, Penguin.
Hey, Mike.
War Games.
Oh, son of a bitch. Survivor Series is gonna be so good.
It's gonna be real good. None of this brand versus brand shit. Just good old-fashioned locking people in a cage with 2 rings.
Just Papa H, making sure we're taken care of.
Triple H?
Yes, Papa H.
Oh, you can. Okay.
H with a hey.
Because, hey, boys, WWE doing good things again.
Well, he got rid of McMahon.
Well,
it's amazing what can happen.
He left, but I mean,
he got.
Let's be honest. He got forcibly retired.
Yeah, he was forced out.
You know, like when you're playing like Fortnite and like I don't know if it still pops up, but it used to be every now and then in the kill feed you see that somebody like played themselves. That was Vince McMahon. That was him on my Fortnite kill feed. Vincent Kennedy McMahon played himself.
The other night I was playing Fall Guys, and I was going through a race, and I got onto this rotating drum thing with like lasers that pop up that can knock you around, and I was doing so good, and then for some reason, for a split second, I looked at the other character that was on there thinking it was me, and I fell right off.
And you played yourself.
And I played myself.
Damn. Damn. I put you guys on the middle of my screen, my middle monitor. Congratulations. You're good enough to be in the middle now.
Woo.
I mean, you normally are.
I've always got you in the middle. but I also have to
just
always
takes
have you
my
full
whole-
screen too. So
I'm about to say it just takes up my whole like middle or my left monitor, and then my right one has the stories and the stream.
One day, I will buy a Samsung Odyssey G9.
wish I had the money for that.
Dude, you're telling me, man. I don't need the ARC version. I don't need the 55. That's too much. Also, it doesn't do what I would want it to do.
I just want the one that's 32 by 9.
I want that, and then
I will get rid of all of these monitors.
I won't get rid of all of them. I'll keep one of these in like portrait mode for chat. And then I will just play so much American Truck Sim on that monitor with that which is over in the corner, which you can barely see, but that is I have my racing wheel with pedals and stuff attached to my thing. I'm honestly contemplating getting either NASCAR or F1 for PC just so I can sit here and play those. Along with like games like Truck Sim. It'd be good.
Oh look, it's a Wild Neo.
Man, Wild Neo.
Neo
comes to join us at the end.
The end.
The end. All right. You guys ready to kick this off proper?
Yeah. All right. Hello, everybody, and welcome to episode 163 of the Lunarcast. The end of an era.
For now.
I'm your host, Iron. Trademark. I'm your host, Iron. With me, as always, Mike. Sir, how are you?
I am good. That's all. That's all I got. I'm just good.
That's all you got.
Yeah.
And then we have our other host, Mr. Penguin. Sir, how are you?
Yo, I found at my local dispensary these brownie bite things.
We're just going right into the pot. Shit.
And boys, let me tell you, it's a body high, not a head high. So you're clear thinking, but tingly as hell.
Oh man,
Good
sounds
time.
I'll say that sounds like a good one.
It's real good. The guy told me that at some point he's like, just you put that some bitch in the microwave for about 5 seconds, heat it up. And I'm like, I believe his quote was, "I have found every inadvisable way to eat these brownies."
Christ.
And I'm like, all right, I trust you, my man.
Oh man. But yes, so as the title states, this is the end. What?
Of an era.
What?
Behave. Hold off on this.
Why?
Because just
get
hold
the
off
get the boring stuff out of the way first.
Yeah, get the boring stuff out of the way.
Fine. All right. Fortnite Chapter 3, Season 4 has... Wait, is it actually launched or in there?
It launched yesterday.
Okay. I didn't know if it was in that like launch, like turned off, turned on state or whatever the fuck they do sometimes.
So we didn't technically do that with this season. It went down for the normal like downtime. And then it came back up. There was no like 20 hours of downtime.
That's usually for like the actual
like
chapter.
Events.
Yeah, that's like the chapter shit changes. Or seasons. No, chapter?
We're in chapter 3, season 4, something like that. So
right.
Yeah.
I think it's it's season long, 4. Chapter short.
Gotcha. Okay.
I
think that's right.
It's chapter long, season short.
Oh, is it?
Anyway. The changes is that there is a new Chrome theme, and despite the season being called Paradise, things seem spooky as part of the latest update. A mysterious Chrome substance has overtaken the map, impacting the gameplay in interesting ways. Not only does Chrome change how the game is played, but it's also a major story element.
Sir, Sir.
I haven't touched
Brie
it. I just
Larson,
want to point that
Brie
out.
Larson avoided getting chromed. Okay, that's all I can tell you from the cinematic.
All I can tell you from the cinematic is I was fucking disappointed that they did not give us a T800 or whatever was it 2000?
Dude, hold on, dude, don't count that out yet though.
It could
Maybe
still
they're
show
saving that for later in the season.
Yeah,
there's a total possibility.
The Battle Pass does include new skins such as Paradigm with various styles, Bites, Grizz, Meow
Skulls. Not Meow Souls. Meow Skulls.
Yep.
Y'all.
How's this pronounced? It's not Lennox. It's Lennox.
Linux.
Okay. Linux Rose.
What was it again?
Lennox.
Linux.
I would say Lennox. Lennox. Like Lennox.
Whatever.
Whatever
that word is, Rose. Twin.
Get to the fucking monkey.
Spider-Gwen.
Spider-Gwen.
Lennox. Yeah, maybe Lennox. That will be Spider-Gwen is restricted to the 10th and final page of the Battle Pass. So of course that is the level 100.
Spider-Gwen is the Spider-Man, the Darth Vader, the Carnage. She is the big Battle Pass skin this season.
Yes.
For the main Battle Pass.
And it's pretty dope. So there are some returning an unvaulted weapons, the sidearm pistol, the prime shotgun, the lever action, the rapid fire SMG, suppressed submachine gun, the hammer assault rifle, ranger assault rifle, bolt action sniper, just shit like that. A lot of returning guns, a few new points of interest.
I briefly fell in love with the charged SMG last season. Once I figured out how to properly use it, it was that thing was murder.
I couldn't use that thing. I tried because I played for a little bit, for the whole Dragon Ball Z stuff, and that was pretty much about it.
You jumped in on the DBZ side of things, which was also pretty damn cool.
Yeah, so I will get this updated because we all know that next Saturday when I run Extra Life, this is my I need to kill 3 hours while I try not to pass out on my desk kind of thing. So this is usually my final run game.
Well, I'll roll with you.
Sweet.
I might actually be awake since you're starting later.
Yeah, you're starting a little later, right?
Yeah, so I'm starting a little later. So mom goes in for surgery this Friday. And then next Friday night, I have to go pick up my sister from the airport at fucking midnight. So
I feel your pain on that. I've had to pick.
So I'm not gonna get back probably till 1-2 o'clock. So I will probably start it a bit later, maybe around 10 or so.
That way you can get that a little bit of sleep still.
Yeah. So
I don't blame you for that.
So I mean, it'll still be the 24 hours, but it may just go from 10 to 10 instead of 8 to 8.
Makes sense. We forgive you.
Yeah, it's one of those things too. Jen's actually mentioned it before too. Why don't you do it starting at night on a Friday and then just run till Saturday night? And I was like, and then you can sleep at night like you normally do. And I'm like, that'd be great. But then I'm already up.
I was gonna say then you're right. Then you're up the whole day before that, and then
6 hours.
Yeah,
easily 36 hours. So
I mean, if you were good at napping, that you could definitely do that. But
no, I hate napping.
I have a plan that will allow me to sleep the Sunday after my Extra Life stream, but it involves things that are not legal in every state.
Yeah. A new leak from today over I think it's Tom Henderson or something like that over on Twitter. He has a new gaming page, and this is kind of leaked out, and a few places have kind of picked this up. Sony is set to launch a new PS5 with a detachable disk drive, according to sources. This will happen in September of 2023. Basically,
no.
Yeah, I don't think detachable is the right word. I think it's.
I mean, okay.
sell a disk drive, like an external disk drive. I don't know what detachable would do for you. You would have to like pull off the fucking side plate, pull the drive off, and then put the side plate back on, or a new like digital only side plate.
Or
That seems like
maybe
work.
they're legitimately it's an external disk drive.
You're
It's gotta be.
thinking too hard, Iron. It's not going to be something that you like take the plates off and put into the system. It's going to be
One of those.
It's going to be a freaking USB CD drive.
An external drive. That's they need to just it's not a detachable disk. Don't call it a detachable one because people will get fucking weird ideas.
Let me take this Blu-ray drive and hook it up to my PlayStation. Even though this isn't a 4K drive, but yeah. Do they not remember how the HD DVD drive went with the Xbox?
Sir, that was the greatest invention of all time.
That failed miserably.
I can't keep up that pretense. God, that was awful. God, that was awful.
Oh man.
And but to be fair, the Xbox 360 HD disc drive and high HD DVDs only really failed because Sony and Disney Sony and Disney threw their might behind Blu-ray.
Yes.
If Disney had thrown it behind HD DVD, Blu-ray would have failed.
Well, yeah.
And acknowledging the chat, Best Tim does say the real reason why HD DVD failed is because of porn.
Yes. Yes.
It truly, honestly was the fact that certain movie studios threw their might behind Blu-ray instead of HD DVD, and that's what tipped it in the favor.
Mm-hmm.
Porn is fine because you can just get that on your phone. Who cares?
Yes.
But you couldn't back then.
You couldn't.
It is understood.
It just didn't look very good, and it cost a lot.
Yeah. It's understood that Sony is anticipating producing 18.5 million units of the new PS5 console in 2023, and only 12 million of the units of the A-C chassis consoles as they begin to be phased out. Sony Interactive has reported that as of June 22, the company has shipped over 21.7 million consoles. So
this is like the Switch Lite. It's just not needed.
No, I don't see it. I don't see why it's needed.
No. They're just gonna stop manufacturing the PlayStation 5s with a disc drive on it and make everybody buy the external.
What they're gonna do is they're gonna do exactly that. They're gonna stop manufacturing the disc-based systems, and then they're gonna charge you $150 for this external disc drive.
Yes.
Which will not work as well as the disc drive that's tied into the console, so your load times will be worse.
Oh man, imagine how loud that's gonna get too.
Well, I mean, the disc drive gets pretty loud anyways.
Does it? Because I have a disc in there, but it doesn't really do much right now.
The thing that annoys me the most is I think I have a disc for like a PS4 game in my living room one upstairs. And even when I go to launch a digital game, it spins up the disk drive.
I'm trying to remember if I have anything in there. I don't remember.
All in all, Mike, I need the one.
I think you're two. Yeah.
Sony, hi. We know you're watching. Big fans. I get it. Everyone loves us. We're lovable that.
They're sad we're going away.
But Sony. This is a bad idea. I have a better plan for you than this. Take all the money that you're using to develop this external drive for the PlayStation 5 and instead develop Tokyo Jungle 2. It will be more profitable, it will be better, and people will love you more. That is all.
Oh man. All right. Mike, this is more your story in your wheelhouse. So do you want to take this one?
I have no
The
idea what
Diablo?
you're talking about.
He's like, we're sitting at a table next to each other. He's like, here's the paper.
I was like, I don't know.
You sent it to me. What else would it be? You sent me the story.
Well, I figured we'd do the other one first since that's the chronological order, but sure.
Oh, I wasn't doing chronological.
I think the other one is a bigger story.
That's what I was thinking. Like, honestly, Mike, no one gave two shits about this one because it got overseen.
I mean, I didn't even know about it until today. So,
I didn't know
all right.
until you sent me
it. Well, here we go. So like hours after the other story that we're going to talk about, turns out there was some Diablo 4 footage also leaked. There was about a Reddit user spotted 2 videos uploaded anonymously to a file sharing website, which if you're browsing these file sharing websites, like, you're already probably looking for nefarious things anyways. One of them contained 5 minutes of Diablo 4 footage, and the other contained 38 minutes. It is unclear what stage of development they're from, but there were several models within the game that were untextured, and it was far from a finished product.
Wait, are you telling me?
Blizzard has yet to acknowledge or release a statement regarding it. Probably because they don't care, because they've already shown their game off.
Yeah, like they've already shown it. Like, I fucking care.
Are you trying to tell me that an unreleased game leaked footage has no textures on some of their models? Oh no!
Are you telling me that it's an early build and like it shouldn't be taken at face value?
Are you telling me that it not only doesn't have some textures and it's an early build and shouldn't be taken at face value, but it was also running off of a 1070?
Damn.
Man, I can't wait to get those visuals.
Sir, a GTX 1070 is the ultimate in graphics cards.
It's what I have in my.
There is no better graphics card.
What do I do about my 1080 then?
Throw it out. Get a 1070.
Yeah. Take your 1080.
Just break it over my knee.
Shine it up.
I'm going
real nice.
Oh boy. Turn it sideways.
And then you turn that sumbitch sideways, shove it straight up your candy ass.
All right.
Clearly, I need to rip the 3080 Ti out of this machine and put a 1070 in it.
You know what? I can fit. Wait. Hold on. There is one other story. I completely forgot until I looked over at my computer, like at my tower. I keep going on yours, but I gotta pull this one up.
I mean, that's it for the Diablo story, but since I need to vamp some time, I will say the new season of Fall Guys came out, and I'm actually going to play it because look at that Spock bean.
The Spock bean is pretty fucking
glorious.
But look at that Xenomorph bean.
And you got that. I'm close to the Xenomorph bean.
The Xenomorph bean is pretty awesome.
He's pretty low on the battle pass, but I'm not going to pay for the battle pass until I get to Spock.
Until you get to Spock bean.
Yeah.
Also, something to not sleep on if you're a Animal Crossing or Stardew Valley kind of person, Disney Dreamlight Valley is actually pretty good.
I've heard like decent things about it.
It's actually pretty good, which is I'm pretty happy about actually. So, and it's on the best deal in gaming, Game Pass.
Oh, I think that was PlayStation.
No, it's the PlayStation Plus is the second best deal in gaming.
I mean, I'm gonna kind of flip the script and say that PlayStation is, because I let my Game Pass lapse.
No, Mike,
my man.
We have to take down the Sony pony.
Now, I will only flip it halfway because Sony needs to get their shit together and
for real.
And combine the extra and the premium tiers, because this already doesn't make any sense.
Premium doesn't really give you a whole lot right now, so
but it gives you game trials for games that you might not care about, and PS4 games that are considered classic games, not PS4 games, and
weird. Yeah, they need to work
Sly
out some of
Cooper.
these.
It gives you
They need to
Sly
work out-
Cooper.
Which I think Jen said she wants to play on Extra Life. So
he is a devious, thievius raccoonus.
Yeah. All right.
But seriously, combine the premium and the extra tiers. Leave it at $15, and you'll probably get way more subscribers.
Probably.
That's valid.
All right. So the other big story before we get to our major one, EVGA is so sick of working with NVIDIA graphics cards, period. They're not even going to work with AMD, and they're not even going to work with Intel. They're not going to bother.
From what I've heard, NVIDIA do be a bunch of D-bags sometimes.
But to completely drop out of the graphic card market, 80% of their current business is graphic cards.
Yet, dropping graphics cards, they will still remain a profitable company, meaning that the profit margin on graphics cards is non-existent.
Meaning that they pay their employees not a whole lot.
I mean, that could be it too. I'm not saying that they're not going to be profitable or anything like that. It's just so crazy to read the whole thing of like 80% of it is graphics cards.
I think I did read that part of their business is just straight up manufacturing for other people.
I'm just saying, it seems to me like they'll be fine even without the graphics card side.
Let's all be perfectly honest. The second NVIDIA actually started releasing NVIDIA branded graphics cards, like they started releasing their own cards,
the founder
especially like they first started it with like one particular model they released as a founders edition, but the fact that now they are releasing every single version with a founders edition, I wouldn't be surprised if they try to start, if they don't care, they just, because they're now a first party manufacturer.
The 2060 that's in this PC sitting here that I still need to sell is a founders edition. I have an FE in there. I bought it directly from NVIDIA. So, I mean, it's all good. I think NVIDIA will be fine without needing to have manufacturing partners. But I did see something where somebody was like, wow, because I saw somebody's response to this and they're like, so just when the graphics card shortage is starting to finally end and people are able to get graphics cards, now EVGA pulls out and it's going to hurt the supply side again.
Yeah, I will say the good things I heard was that EVGA are going to, they're still going to take care of their employees, which
yes,
that's good.
I mean, I guess maybe they start ramping up power supplies and motherboards, even though no one really buys their motherboards that I know of.
I mean,
well, their motherboards have always been Intel based, and then they did start doing AMD, but they're very expensive.
Yeah. So, I mean, they could retool everything to go that way.
Power supplies.
They did say that they are withholding I don't think they said a significant, but they are withholding GPUs in stock so that they can cover, RMAs and stuff, because I believe to this day they still offered a lifetime warranty.
I think so, yeah. So going through this article and that, they did say they wouldn't even entertain the idea of working with Intel or AMD. The relationship between EVGA and NVIDIA changed from what EVGA considered a true partnership to a customer-seller arrangement, whereby EVGA was no longer consulted on new product announcements and briefings, not featured at events, and not informed of price changes.
Yeah.
The director of communication on topics reveals much less. In a statement posted by EVGA and its forums today, the company said that it will continue to support its existing graphics cards, but will not carry the next-gen graphic cards. It is committed to our customers, and we will continue to offer sales and support on the current lineup. EVGA would like to say thank you for our great community for the many years. NVIDIA's perspective on the relationship with EVGA isn't precisely known. Company did send PC Gamer a statement about its departure, but it is as diplomatic as it gets. We wish Andrew Han and our friends all the best.
I mean, they're going to make the decision that they feel like is best for their business, and they're not going to do something that's going to drive themselves out of business.
Right. No, they're smart enough to do. They're smart enough. I mean, it's a business. It's been in the work. They've been in business since 1999. They still have other things. Obviously, it's
a
like
wild
said,
turn of events.
they're not. It is. Yeah. It says the majority of EVGA's revenues come from sales of its NVIDIA graphics cards right now, but Han told Gamers Nexus that the margin is incredibly thin, and that EVGA makes 300% more profit on power supplies. That's huge. And I love my EVGA power supply. I think I got like an 80 plus gold in that thing. So it's a nice, so it sucks because I like my EVGA card. I actually have an EVGA mouse because it was like an ambidextrous mouse and it didn't cost me an arm and a leg.
Logitech.
I mean,
Yeah, well, this is for lefties too, so.
All my
I'll be honest, like if I was gonna get, like when I was looking to get a 30 series card before, they were just never available, I wanted a Founders Edition card because I thought it looked better.
I will say that that's one of the reasons when I got the 2060. There's just something really nice in the simplicity of the Founders Editions.
I don't need all the RGB.
Yeah,
like
there's not all
RGB. RGB makes it go faster.
Bullshit.
Proven fact.
I cannot see if my current graphics card glows or not because my current PC, it's I have like an Alienware Aurora, and it's not a glass panel, so I can't see the graphics card anyway.
Mine's got the EVGA, like the name is a little lit up, and then it has an SC2, and then there's like a little white light, but that's about the extent.
Yeah, like all mine has on it is the name of the graphics card on the side is lit up.
I just think there is something to be said for the simplicity of NVIDIA's Founders Edition cards. But yeah, it sucks for anybody who's like really into like EVGA graphics cards because of the customer service and the warranties, because that's a big loss in the industry here.
It is. Mm-hmm. It is a big loss. Speaking, just a side note, it was mentioned the next generation, they're not going to be part of the next generation of GPUs, the RTX 40 series. That is set to be announced, I think, tomorrow during a show called Project Beyond. Like, it's a Project Beyond. If you go over to Twitch, I believe on the NVIDIA page, I just want to pull it up real quick.
Maybe I'll keep an eye out for a cheap 3060 or something, because really at this point the only thing I need graphics in my desktop for is doing like NVIDIA broadcast stuff. So on their Twitch stream right now, it has like a background Discord thing, a couple windows open or whatever, Project Beyond, and then on a second monitor it has a countdown, and it currently says 14 hours and 17 minutes. So that's until the show.
I'm really curious what kind of improvements the 40 series is going to bring, but I can't think
they'll just be faster.
That's what I was going to say. Like, I can't really imagine that the 40 series is going to be so much better than the 30 series that the world is going to, lose their shit.
So in this Project Beyond thing, they seem to like have some hints. They got like the future, famous scientists, GeForce community, blah, 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 2022 beyond. The folders say broadcast recordings, cloud files, do not open beyond fast, G assist, GeForce garage build, perf testing, Ron, Razer, render test, SETI, XXXXX with RTX,
think that,
and then at the bottom they have a little sticky note that says TI or tie.
let's be honest. Basically, if you're currently running a 30 series card, there's probably not going to be enough of a difference to make you want to jump. But if you're like on a 20 series card, there probably is. It's kind of like how, like, I know a lot of people either aren't buying the new iPhone because they're waiting for the USB-C version to come out, or they already have the 13 and it's not enough of a jump for the 14.
No, because this is an S series. This is essentially an S.
So, like, I bought the 14 Pro Max because I had a 12 Pro and it just made sense to me to upgrade this time. But I'm probably at this point kind of on the iPhone side, holding off until hopefully maybe they announce a foldable.
Like at this point, to me, like the 14 was an S upgrade. Like it was essentially a 13S.
No, you're talking about a foldable like the Galaxy Fold, right? Not a foldable like the Flip.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I don't want the Flip. I'm not Austin Evans. No, yeah, bigger personality out there in the world than us who's like, get the Z Flip. No, I want a foldable, proper, folds out into a much bigger device kind of foldable. But
I just don't want Apple to do a foldable until they get it right.
But Apple won't do a foldable.
Apple never does anything until they can get it.
There's a reason why the always on display is just now coming to Apple, because they didn't do it until they could drop the always on to 1 hertz.
I still don't understand the whole always on thing.
It's kind of nice
watch has it, but
like when I tilt my wrist and my watch comes on.
Yeah.
I pick up my phone and my screen turns on. Like
watch, the only reason
I understand, like, I guess you could just have it sitting on your desk and look at it, but I never do that anyways.
Well, so here for me, it's because like I have a Volta Anchor 3-in-1 like wireless like charge stand, so my phone sits on it like straight up, so I can just glance up at my phone if I wake up in the middle of the night and see what time it is without having to touch anything.
Plastic.
That's the use case for that. Hey, let's talk shit about Iron while he can't hear us. Anyways, that's why you should never do that thing that Iron did.
Sorry. Dog had plastic.
Good shout.
Probably should not let her have that.
I didn't let her have it. She stole it.
From where?
Yeah, somewhere. I don't know. That's the thing. I don't know where
it looks like
came
a freaking
from.
Ice cream thing, like the thing that goes around the rim of an ice cream.
Looks like someone left some garbage on the counter that shouldn't have been left on the counter.
Like she can reach the counter. She's like 18 inches tall.
You don't.
So
she can't reach shit. Anyway,
you want to tell us about that other big thing that happened the other day?
Yeah. So about the 90 videos that somebody stole or leaked out from Rockstar of GTA 6.
I can't believe somebody leaked Bully 2. I mean GTA 6.
Basically showing that it will be in Vice City. It will have a female protagonist,
which we knew.
Or it has the main characters is a criminal couple, a man named Jason and a woman named
which we already knew.
Yeah, it's a Bonnie and Clyde thing.
And guess what? I'm sorry to interrupt again, Iron, but guess what?
Oh, you're fine.
The gameplay video that I saw, it looked exactly like GTA. It's not like they're innovating anything.
Yeah, it was like one of those things where like everybody's like, "Oh my god, it leaked," and I'm like,
I did notice, and I don't know if this will be in the final gameplay or not, but like during like the robbery thing that was going on, they had different button prompts for different things.
I did see that.
I have not looked at the videos, and I refuse to look at the videos because I find it very unfortunate in this situation, because these people, and we already know the culture of Rockstar as it is when it comes to things like crunch, but like these people have worked so hard to have what must be an early build of the game leak out, And everybody's like, oh, I think the one main reaction I've seen is it looks like they're reusing assets from GTA 5. No shit, Sherlock.
How do you think early game development works?
Yeah,
That's how it goes. But
pretty
like,
much.
I'm not gonna go look at the videos. I'm not gonna mess with it because,
I
quite frankly, it's not even gonna give me a good picture of what's happening. And the people working on the game, in my opinion, deserve better.
I only watched the one that was posted in Discord just to confirm it wasn't like a joke.
Yeah, I that's the only video I watched. I have not watched the other 89 videos. I can just go through a couple small things that were found that people have noticed. This time around, you can see players won't just pull guns out of nowhere. Characters slinging rifles and shotguns behind their backs when not in use. It also looks like you'll be able to pick up and drop weapons easily, which can be useful during a shootout. On the weapon wheel, there are gear and other items, so people think you'll be able to hold on to health kits and other things, or get temporary buffs. This being a GTA game, you'll be getting into trouble with the police, and in early footage we saw, cops appear more organized and tactical. They also seem more coordinated. When the woman enters a car during a police shootout, the game mentions that the law will know what vehicle she entered even after she escapes. So this might mean that you actually have to ditch vehicles before you can really escape, which is a pretty upgraded mechanic for that. Strip clubs, swamps, scuba diving, things like that. They're adding drivable airboats.
If there is one thing that I want out of a new GTA game in Vice City, I want what they gave me in Mafia 3. I want to be able to throw somebody's fucking body to the gators, damn it.
I think you might be able to.
That's what I want. I want to be able to throw somebody's body to the gators, and there better be a trophy for it.
That'd be good. You were able to spot in some of the videos they did find boars, dogs, alligators, or in the debugging information, boars, dogs, alligators, and raccoons. Animals have appeared in previous GTA games, but this really appears to up the amount of wildlife. Spotted debug options related to fishing spots and bait shops, which could be pulling a mechanic from Red Dead Redemption 2. Other interesting stuff in Easter eggs. This is a warning: if you want to go into GTA 5 fresh, turn away. So I guess everything after this would be spoilers, unless you guys don't want me to talk about it. I haven't read past this. I don't mind reading it. If you guys don't want to hear it, then I don't have to read it.
Is it like GTA 5 spoilers?
No, GTA 6.
Yeah, don't spoil any crazy shit on this podcast, sir, for GTA 6.
That's fine.
If people want to go find that stuff, people can go find that stuff.
Yeah, it's just I don't even really. It's like skimmed it real quick. I'm not really sure what I just referenced. So either way, I'm okay skipping it. I don't need to either way. So I guess a good word of warning: if you don't go looking for the shit. If you want to kind of go into that about as fresh as you can. I'm okay with some of this stuff, like what I've already read, because I'm sure it would have been shown in a trailer. Like Easter eggs don't get shown in trailers. It's something that you just have to randomly find. So, and then the final bit.
Go ahead.
I was about to say the final bit from this is the message from Rockstar, kind of echoing what Penguin said. We recently suffered a network intrusion in which an unauthorized third party illegally accessed and downloaded confidential information from our systems, including early development footage for the next Grand Theft Auto. At this time, we do not anticipate any disruption to our live game services, nor any long-term effect on the development of our ongoing projects. We're extremely disappointed to have any details of our next game shared with you all in this way. Our work on the next Grand Theft Auto game will continue as planned, and we remain as committed as ever to delivering an experience to you, our players, that truly exceeds your expectations. We will update everyone again soon, and of course, we'll properly introduce you to this next game when it is ready. We want to thank everyone for their ongoing support through this situation.
I think that like I said, it's just really, really shitty that this information's coming out like this. 2, you can't tell me Rockstar is not going to chase this person to the fullest possible extent.
Oh, hands down,
I
they are
sure
gonna
as shit hope you
track
felt
their
like this,
ass.
especially because they were like, "Ooh, hit me up on my Telegram if you work for Rockstar, so I can hold you hostage for money."
Let's just say Rockstar has a certain set of skills.
Yeah, of all the ones
They
to
will
not,
find you.
yeah, of all the ones to not, of all the studios to not fuck with, don't fuck with Rockstar. They will go GTA on your ass.
Now, I think, and I could be wrong, but I think that we will see a full and proper trailer for GTA 6 at E3 next year.
I was gonna think the Game Awards.
I don't think
Maybe
it's going to
not
be Game Awards. I don't think Game Awards is far enough out. I think they need more time based on the way people are talking about the stuff.
So you're thinking it's a 2024 game at best.
No, I'm thinking it could possibly be a 2023 game. It's just we see a proper trailer at E3, not the Game Awards.
No, the reason I say no, and that if we have to wait until E3 to see anything, or E3 time, excuse me, is solely because Rockstar has a history. I get the whole like go the Bethesda route, do 6-month difference, reveal it, release it in 4 or 5 months. I get that. Bethesda is Bethesda. They're like they're a special case. They're an outlier. Rockstar in the past, like think of what they did with Red Dead. They slowly started posting things, and then it was, hey, here's a cinematic trailer. The game is due out in a year. And then 8 months later, it was, here's a trailer. We've pushed the game another 4 or 5 months. And then they show another trailer in like 3 months, and then it's like, okay, one last delay.
So
every time. It seems to be the last two, Red Dead 2 and GTA 5, it seems to have happened.
So if this is any indication, Grand Theft Auto 5 was initially announced in 2011 and didn't come out until September of 2013.
The reason I think that it might,
and then November 2014, and then April 2015, and then March 2022.
And the only reason I say that this may go a different route is just simply because they could be moving a little faster on this one, but it is completely possible we see a reveal trailer next year and don't see it until 25, which is completely within the realm of possibility.
It is. 25
think
to me is a long. God, you got to think 25. That's 12 years since the initial release of 5.
Yeah, but sir, we've had it released a few times since then, so it's fine.
I don't
worry
care.
about it.
This isn't Skyrim.
They're fighting to see who can
this
get
point,
their game
honestly.
onto most platforms at this point.
Well, GTA needs to step it up. All right, they don't even have.
Yeah, where's GTA 5 on the Switch for fuck's sake? Where's GTA 5 on Alexa?
Because kids that have a Switch totally need GTA.
This is a simulation of the frame rate for GTA.
For those of you listening
Switch.
at home, Mike is moving at approximately 3 frames per second.
Can't wait for that Switch Pro.
But yeah, I mean,
well, you might get a Switch Pro with Tears of whatever. I don't even care.
Tears of a Kingdom.
Don't care.
But like, I don't think we're looking at like an Elder Scrolls situation where we fucking announce, we do a teaser stinger for Elder Scrolls 6 in 2018, and here we are in 22, and like, it's in pre-planning stages. We have, and you're like, so you told us about the game in 2018 and you haven't actively developed it since then? Thanks.
Yeah, that's one of those things. Like, it's like they're not even doing that because we all know that they are, working on the game. Everybody has known that they've been working on GTA 6 for a long ass time at this point. Like,
At least
we haven't gotten so much as a Roman numeral 6 with some graphics in it.
Yeah, we haven't even gotten that. The actual like logo text, even though we all pretty sure we know what the fuck it's gonna look like.
It's almost like they care about how their game is presented.
Hold on, right? Iron. What is your preconceived notion of what the GTA 6 like Roman numerals are gonna look like?
It's probably gonna be close to what the Vice City one. Like when it's the Grand Theft Auto Vice City.
No chance in hell, because that was an 80s game. That was the game set in the 80s.
It's gonna be Grand Theft Auto. It's gonna have the VI, and maybe the VI might have like a palm tree and something else in it.
But it's not gonna be neon. No chance.
It won't be neon, no.
No chance.
Well, if it's Miami based, it could.
Yeah.
Because Miami is still a very neon.
I don't think it's gonna
sunset like color to it. It'll have like that sunset palette color.
I think it's gonna be like the I is gonna have a palm tree and the V is gonna have a sunset like in the V itself. That's what I see the 6 numeral looking like for this one. But I could be wrong. Or
it could just be a plain black VI.
Or Rockstar is listening right now and they're stealing my idea. You can have it if you shoot me a free copy of GTA 6 when it comes out, Rockstar.
Oh god.
You'll probably get it free on PlayStation Plus anyways.
Probably.
Or Game Pass. It's one of the two.
All right. That's it for the main stories. Anything else?
Bring him the breaking news.
Breaking news, everybody. As it says in the title, this is the end of an era. This is our last Lunarcast as it is currently in its current format, I guess is a good way to put it.
Yeah.
This is going to be it. We are going to go on a hiatus for a little bit to rework it. Basically, I mean, it's become relatively apparent that nobody really watches. We already know this. I mean, I fucking knew this. I'm sure Mike and Penguin were pretty. They're not oblivious to this. We know no one really watches the podcast, and not a ton of people actually listen, and we get that. Did I just miss something here?
Yes, but
Penguin, you're a dick. I saw it too. Now I realize it.
I know what you did. Penguin didn't do
I don't have mod powers here.
Penguin did not do that. And now
I don't have mod powers on the.
And Mike doesn't know how to fix it, does he?
Nope.
Way to go, Mike.
Hold on. He shows up that way. Oh, okay. I'll figure it out. Keep going.
Oh my god. So either way, like I said, Mike tries to figure out the fact that he muted Tim in the chat. So the Lunarcast as it is now is going to go away. We are going to rework it, give it a fresh coat of paint. We understand, I mean, it's nothing against you guys for not listening to that. I mean, pretty much we essentially just regurgitate the news over the last week or 2 weeks or whatever, just kind of regurgitate and give our opinion on it and everything. And that pretty much, like we said, we said it in Discord and that we pretty much talk about it in Discord as the week goes on. So we're pretty much just repeating ourselves at this point. So, unless it's something that has happened fairly recently within the last day or so, what's the point? We're just, again, like I said, we're repeating ourselves. So, we want to kind of step back for a minute and then come up with some new ideas and get it working and and get it a little revamp and a little boost. So when we come back, it's not a permanent hiatus or anything like that. It might take a little bit, but we will come back with episode 164. I am not restarting the fucking count again. We're going to continue it.
Are you scared of the numbers?
Yes.
Thing is Iron doesn't have control over the numbers.
That's
Well,
true.
go
You
to
could
160. I'll just say 164. I'm gonna fucking write it down too, because I'll forget.
Until he loses the piece of paper that he wrote it down on.
which he will.
Yes. Yes.
But that being said, it is an opportunity. It is an absolutely great opportunity, and like I had mentioned on Twitter a while back that I have a side project that I wanted to get working on, which is a short form 10-15 minute a week opinion piece podcast that's just me. And I have I have what I think to be like a great name for it. That's just my opinion. And I think Mike is currently working towards deciding whether he wants to push his streaming on Twitch still, or if he wants to move to YouTube. So it's really opportunities for us to, one, revamp this. Because right now it really is, like Iron said, it's three white dudes talking about things that we've already talked about with everybody who's paying attention anyway. So by all means, if you have ideas, if you have some thoughts that might help improve this going forward, if you think the damn podcast needs a name change,
if we do a name change, it's definitely
we have to start
a
at
reset
episode
on
1.
the numbers.
Because it has been mentioned, things like Lunarcast sounds like we should be talking about space stuff. So if you're unfamiliar with the Discord and things, it's a little confusing. It really is just a chance for us to shift gears and change things around. Possibly look into rotating in extra voices. I would think a more diverse, opinionated voices. Maybe shooting a rotating chair in. Like, I know that we do occasionally bring in Jacket, and Andy comes on as our Japanese correspondent, who's from Britain,
the UK.
But an opportunity to, maybe if we can find some people that want to come in, minority voices, female voices, non-binary voices, people that might want to come in and talk about stuff. And maybe it's a good plan for us to shift away from being focused strictly on like video game news and blah blah blah. Maybe it's time to expand the podcast out to non-video game stuff. But we would like you to help us decide where the future goes.
Yeah, I think so we've done 100 and I'll just say 160, because I know there were a couple of times we tried to do the whole like just whatever you want to talk about thing.
Yeah.
So we did a couple episodes but other than that, like, it's been a good 150 episodes of video game news focused podcast, and I don't have access to any of the metrics or anything, but based off of the YouTube views, we're not going anywhere with what we're doing. And from, I can say from experience with LCW, where if you're not getting the views and no one is engaging in the content, it's not worth doing. At least in that format. So
no,
I think
you're right.
I think we definitely need to move away from video game news. Now, does that mean that we won't ever talk about video game news again? No, I'm sure, in cases where, God of War comes out, we'll probably have, a God of War focused podcast, because we'll all be playing God of War.
Right.
But I think anytime we talk about video games kind of going forward, it's probably going to be more, what are we playing? Or, hey, here's a big story, that has other implications or something that we should talk about. But
yeah, like something like, if we were talking about like just tech, or to say, or even just something else that happened in the news, or crazy, just something weird. And then it's like, hey, in other news, like, shifting to video games for a minute, like there was this massive leak over at, Rockstar and that, like, what the fuck was up with that kind of thing. And that, because that was big news. I mean, it's catching everything because it's so huge. But like, we don't have to hit on like, hey, here's the games for PS Plus this month. Here's the games for Game Pass. Here's this, here's that. Like,
there are bigger, more established groups doing that as it is.
Yeah.
That's where people are going for that content.
Yeah, like they're not going to come to us in that, and that's fine.
It's time for us to find our niche, our place where if we really hit our stride and do it well, we have the opportunity to grow it. And by doing that, if we can as a team do that, will also help us grow our individual endeavors.
Mm-hmm. Well, and we need, so first thing first, like we obviously need to retool this and decide on kind of a direction, but, and I know we only got a couple people here, but we really need to get the Discord more involved. We need ideas, topic submissions, feedback, and really once, because I'm gonna since I am obviously out of the three of us, I am basically the producer of the show.
He is. He's the producer. He's here producing.
I run the streams. I monitor everything, which is why I'm always looking over here. And then I edit and I post the podcast. So I will probably always be here. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean that one week it could be Penguin, Iron, and someone else talking about anime. And maybe I'm just doing more of a behind the scenes, just running the show type thing. But so I'm doing all of the technical producing. Someone needs to step up and kind of take over, like actually plan out like a social media campaign. Yeah. I will tweet anything out if you give me something.
So let's establish this. But we may have to finally wrangle the Lunarcast away Twitter away from Jacket.
Good luck with that. We might just have to make a whatever we decide the name of the podcast is, pod Twitter handle.
Yeah.
And just do it that way. But so what I think kind of the two main goals I think we need to tackle to grow something is we need to actually actively put it out there. And we need help from our existing community to also, help us get it out there, but to actually provide feedback and stuff like that. Like, Tim was doing a good job of that today, saying, it often seems like the podcast is unorganized, and maybe if it was more organized it would be, or more structured or whatever. Those are things that if we had heard months ago, we could have worked to change things.
Yeah.
That being said, I've been hounding Iron for how many weeks to how many episodes to actually write up his script on intro and outro, and he's never done it. To at least provide some kind of structure, but so
for those of you who are listening, Iron currently has a pen and a notebook right now.
But like, it's not only, we need to get better on actually creating, I guess you could say, good content. But we also need you guys to kind of step up a little and help us out.
Help us help you enjoy your evening.
Yeah. And maybe it could be, hey, let's tighten this up and 30-minute podcast. In and out. 30 minutes. Boom, boom, boom. A shorter listen each week.
I did have a thought of just because it seems to be dragging on. I had a thought of, what if for like 1 week we stole Knee Time and we just had someone on and interviewed them?
Oh God.
How have I never appeared on Knee Time?
I think you were set for season 2, and then Jacket just kind of fell off the wagon with that. So I'm just waiting for like the whole Extra Life thing to come around, and then Jacket goes like, "Hey, I've been working on season 2 behind the scenes. It's set to launch." Like, all right, that's what he seems to do. He does that shit to me, and it's funny actually. I'm like making little like mental notes for myself because I'm gonna forget shit.
Iron, why are you making mental notes when you could be making physical notes?
I'm making physical mental notes. Physical mental notes. Physical notes.
This is why we've actually we didn't want to mention this till now, but this is why we've actually fired Iron. The time has come. This time he's fired for good. It's not just but no. Yeah. Yeah. Iron.
Yes.
For the end of an era for now, why don't you hit us with the outro?
Everybody, like I said, that is it for episode 163 of the Lunarcast. Thank you for watching here live on our YouTube channel. Thank you for listening on your podcast service of choice, whether it be Spotify, Apple, Google, or Amazon. We appreciate it. Go ahead, hit like, hit follow, hit subscribe, ring the bell, share it. You can check me out at twitch.tv/LunarCastaways on Tuesdays and Thursdays. I will stream there live around 7:30. Tuesdays seem to be me playing 2042 because it's usually when the new weekly challenges drop. Thursdays are kind of, toss-ups. You can catch Mike over at twitch.tv/WeHeartGames whenever the hell he feels like streaming. And you can catch Mr. Penguin over at twitch.tv/Mr. Penguin Fun Penguin whenever the hell he feels like streaming.
Sundays and hopefully some other days. I seem to have some extra time on my hands on Mondays.
Yeah, there you go. Extra Life will be October 1st, probably starting at about 10 a.m. Just because, like I mentioned during the show, I just have to get up late, or pre-show, post. I don't remember when I did it. Either way, it'll probably be around 10 a.m. Our Smash League will be Smash Tournament will be starting at 2 p.m. Eastern time. Go ahead and get your donations in, and then you have to make sure to ping Jacket so he can start working on the brackets. It's basically what he wants to be able to do. So go ahead and ping him, let him know that you are in it and that you are good. So that will be set. We have a few other things that will be running as well. We'll probably be trying to do a Civ game. There will be Fortnite, Among Us, possibly Fall Guys. Jen and I will be playing some games. Jen will play a couple games, things like that. All that fun stuff to help get the children out of Toledo.
They desperately need it.
And says it. With your help, we could get another 3 children out of Toledo this year.
So, any donations would be great. Go ahead, share it. All of that. It will be live over on the Lunar Castaways Twitch. Hopefully this year goes without too many issues. Last year seemed to be pretty good. We didn't have too many problems. So, again, everybody, thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. And can't wait to see you guys in the new era. Have a great night.
Adios.
Live long and prosper.
Say bye!
Nope, too late. I already cut the recording.
No.
Oh.
He hurts my soul.
I'll add it in post. Hold on.
In post.
Bye.
Oh, thank goodness.
There you go. I added it in post. I did what I said.
She's not wrong.
Okay. So I just want to address Neo. He said this is the stuff he did with the EG. Does become a lot of work, and he's more willing to chip in if we need anything. We will probably take you up on that, sir. Don't know with what, but we, like Penguin said, we might institute a rotating chair, or
I'd be okay with that.
Just honestly love to get more voices.
Yeah.
Just because, I mean, like this is literal. This is like literally the joke. Like we are literally that. We are. What do you call three white guys?
a podcast.
A podcast. Yeah. Like that's literally the joke. Everybody and their mama's got a podcast, but like it would be super freaking cool to get this moved into such a way that like.
And like
people are excited to consume the content,
right? And like Tim also said, he'd be willing to help with anything, even though he's not sure what would be the most help. I mean, really, especially once we relaunch, the things that will be the most help is word of mouth. Actually, giving it a shot and consuming the content, and then give us the criticism. If you say, hey, I didn't really like that you guys, that how you did this. As long as it's constructive criticism and you can maybe even provide a, maybe I would have liked it better if you had done this. Like that's the things we need to hear. Anyone, guys, you all know this. I am one of, I'm not going to say I'm the oldest, but I'm one of the oldest people in the Discord, and honestly, I have zero social media game. So
and
if
y'all,
I'm introverted.
My frame of reference for what the youth of today thinks is cool is the fact that I work with 9 and 10-year-olds.
Yeah. So
I don't have that middle ground.
So if anyone has any ideas on how we should be posting things on Twitter,
we need to up our hashtag game.
If anyone's able to, like, if anyone's good at video editing and can do TikTok clips, like, I could probably figure it out, but I'm also, I've got a full-time job. I'm going to be having in the next calendar year, going to be having a foster kid.
Oh, see, that's our end, Mike. You're going to be fostering teenagers who will finally know what's actually cool.
Maybe. I'll finally learn what the new hip music is and why I should like it.
It's Swedish folk metal trap mix.
But we just need we need help.
Yep.
Anything you can do to help, even if it's just retweeting a tweet or giving us suggestions.
Can't wait for Mike's kids to call us cringe.
So we tried having me stream under Lunar Castaways. The problem, the reason why we stopped that was because then like me and Iron had to basically like work around each other. Like I couldn't stream on certain days if he was streaming, and he couldn't stream if I was streaming. And also
Goddamn, Twitch has yet to give us co-streaming.
Right. There's no squad streaming if you're not
better.
If you're not a partner. But
bring back Mixer.
The other side of it is, as far as Twitch goes, I think you won't get followers and subscribers if it is if it's multiple people on the same channel. I think the way Twitch is the ecosystem of Twitch is based off of you like the one person that you went to go watch, and that's who you want to see.
Which is why my channel hasn't grown, because people don't like me, so it's fine.
Right. I pushed as hard as I could to get to affiliate, and I haven't gone anywhere since. And the only reason I wanted affiliate was because I wanted the channel points stuff.
Now, I'll be damned if I haven't helped a few people actually push past that stage and get there. I've done it with a couple of people, but I'm not cool and hip anymore. So honestly, I'm happy with streaming as like a hobby. I don't need it to be a career. I don't need to blow up to partner status.
Yeah, and that's what it is to me. Like, streaming to me is like a hobby. Like, I talk to people at work and they're like, "Oh, you do that like for like side work and that?" I'm like, "No, that's just kind of a perk."
You make like $100 a year off of that.
Yeah, like it's just like a perk or something of getting any money. Like, and it does help. Like, hey, I can do a giveaway, or hey, I can buy a game that people want me to stream or something. But otherwise, it's like, I do it because I like to play games, and then I'll sit there and I'll be playing a game, and maybe I want to play games with friends, like with the Discord guys, and that it's like, hey, you guys can jump in, or maybe I'm playing a game and I solo, and someone wants to jump in and chat and everything, and that's pretty much what it is. It's just I do it for fun. I don't do it for anything extra, and then I do it for Extra Life to help raise the money and everything, which is for a good cause. It's not something that it's required of in that, but yeah, we basically just need to be able to push it out more on social media. And then, like, I'm sitting here while you guys are talking, I'm actually scribbling like notes of things to do and everything. Like, I literally just freaking like came up with like a new name or something, and ideas of like topic, like weekly things that we could talk about. Like, we have a week where we talk about anime, talk about sports. Mike isn't big into sports. Me and Penguin like baseball and that. We have football. We have things like that. Different tech things. We can talk about Pokemon.
Speaking of Lunar Tentacle Cast, all about hentai.
Speaking of anime, I've been working on digitizing old VHS tapes, and this is not mine, so I can only guess this is Lindsay's brother's. But I found this tape, and I was very confused by I thought it was her grandparents to start off with, because the label on it just says Endless Waltz, and then it has the initials GW on it. What do you think that is?
Endless Waltz, George Washington.
It's Gundam.
It's Gundam Wing. Yeah. It's just a recording of Gundam off of Cartoon Network.
Holy shit. That's funny. I think my sister has like old
Gundam Wing.
I think my sister has like old DBZ recording things.
But yeah, I mean, so I guess, and I don't know if this is necessarily what you're talking about, Neo, but I mean, do we, because Neo says Twitch culture is a lot of that, but it really comes down to interacting with the community. I think that was when I was talking about needing it to be the channel to be one person. But the other thing is like, do we stop, like when we're doing the podcast, do we start bringing the chat in?
Yeah. Do we start bringing the chat in?
I would love for us to get to such a point where we have enough people that like to tune in live on like Twitch or whatever, that we can do what is essentially a call-in show.
Yeah.
Every now and then actually have this is our week to answer the chat's questions.
Oh, so Neo's talking about interacting with other streamers.
Yeah.
On Twitter and stuff. I mean, the problem is the streamers that I have on Twitter are the ones that like are way above us.
Yeah. The reason so going into popping into other streams and rating streams and that, there are times like if I'm on the LC account or even my own account and that, but I try to be on the LC account. I will pop into other streams. Granted, I go to my more niche streams like Cities or Battlefield or something like that, like more my niche ones. And then I go in there and I interact and everything, because then if I'm under the Lunar Castaways one, they might be like, oh, I'll go to that channel, and check them out if they're streaming Cities or something. And then like raiding streams, the reason I don't really raid unless like maybe Neo streaming or Trip or whoever, or Troll or whoever, the reason I don't really raid is because it's like I have maybe one, maybe two and viewers, and then sometimes that's just bots.
I don't think bots ever. I don't know if bots ever count as a view, but
I don't know. Either way, like it's just one of those things to where it's like I don't want to like raid somebody either by myself or with like.
I also just don't know how it works.
But
I think I tried it once and I was like, when do I stop my stream?
It's just automatically like once you raid, once it like runs through its like countdown and everything, and your screen actually like pops up to theirs, then you can hit end on yours.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was trying
to. I think in order for us to start raiding, we need the views.
Yes,
we need people. We need people, and I'll be honest. I'm guilty. I don't really watch Iron a whole lot, but that's usually because I'm doing other things with like Lindsay on those.
And that's fine. Like I don't. There's times I don't get to catch Penguin or I don't get to catch Mike. I try to catch Neo. Like if I see Neo go live, because I mean, you guys don't really stream too much anyway. But like if Penguin streams during the day, I'm usually out like running around or something, and then by the time he'll stream, and then it's been like 45 minutes, and I'm like, oh cool, I'll go check him out, and then he's like gone, and I'm like, oh, it was one of his short ones,
because he did a bike ride or something.
Yeah, he did a bike ride, and I'm like, oh fuck, wrong one. Like, but like if Neo
was riding a bike.
Like if Neo streams, there's times he'll stream on like Tuesday, or if he streams on like a Wednesday or something, I'll be like, oh, I'll go play games in the office. I'll put my PlayStation on one screen and then I'll pop open Neo stream on the other. So then I can play games, but watch him stream and everything and interact in that. And there's times I'll just be like lurking after a certain point, or because I'm getting invested in my game. But I try to have something open to help with views, and also try to just interact with you guys.
So I don't know, like, I guess I think it was Tim mentioned earlier to do a game night. Like,
yes.
Do we want to start doing that?
I want to start doing. It's not that I don't want to start doing it, because
even if we don't necessarily stream it, like, do we want to just do a game night?
I'm up for doing a game night. I mean, I remember we were doing those like Mario Kart Sundays, and that was actually really fun. Like when we would get up and do Mario Kart. So I'm okay doing a game night or game day or something like that, to where we plan it. And it doesn't have to be a weekly thing. It has to be it can be a bi-weekly. It can be like once a month, but something to plan to where it's like, hey, fuck this. We're like, let's go Sunday, 1:00. We're all going to be sitting here. We're going to be playing some Mario Kart or something, or like, hey, let's all play, let's play Civ. Let's play some Fortnite. Let's play some Fall Guys, just Among Us, something to where we can get just a group of people to play.
Let's accuse Chalk of inappropriate things with Mario Kart characters.
Man, I want
the ones, Chalk.
Oh man, I remember that. God.
So like we could either do it Monday nights. We could.
Yeah.
We could.
I love you, Chuck. I put you on my Nintendo family plan, Chuck.
I mean, even like if Iron, if you wanted to take one of your stream nights, do it that night, we could do it then. Like it.
Yeah. And like I said, like it doesn't have to be an every week thing, because I mean it can be a lot to sit there and be like, oh, it's another Thursday night, gotta play Mario Kart. Another Thursday night, gotta play Mario. Like maybe it's like, hey, the third Thursday of the month is Castaways game night, or every second Thursday of the month is Castaways game night or something. Here's a poll. What would you like next like the next game night to be?
I think
Among Us, whatever this, and then
I think a good idea, just because we do have some people in the UK that aren't crazy and will stay up, till normal times on American time. Talking about Andy.
mm-hmm.
The mad lad.
I think it would be maybe a good idea to do one, like, even if we just switched every other week, do one during the week at night and do one on the weekends.
Yeah.
And like I said, I mean, it doesn't even have to be streamed. So like it could just be.
That's and like what Tim just said, that's actually kind of a good idea. A one-on-one interview while you play games. Like, so we're sitting there playing a game, and it's like you just ask questions like, "Hey, what's this, that?" That's actually good. I'm going to write that one down.
I think that it's very clear that I need to start doing interview shows, and I need to ask every person the most important question under the sun. How do you feel about nipples on the batsuit?
I got my one question answered from Jacket, and I'm happy.
It's a tragedy.
Yeah, during knee time, I got one question answered from Jacket, and I'm happy, and no one will ever know.
Didn't you ask him his real name?
Oh, wait, I did. Well, no one will ever know the answer to it, I guess is a better way to put it.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
So we'll basically, I guess, to wrap up, because I guess my dogs are crossing their legs. We'll do some conferring in the background. Come up with some ideas. We'll take all of everything you guys have said tonight. Iron has written everything down. If he hasn't, he will go through the VOD and he will look at the chat replay and he will write everything down.
Basically.
And we will come back in, let's just say, a couple months.
Yeah.
Maybe, winter time, start of the calendar year, whatever. We'll come back in a little bit. And we'll start throwing ideas out and see what sticks.
Mm-hmm. I mean, we'll slowly put things in place too. Like, I mean, we can. It's not like community nights can't be started,
right?
Kind
and
of thing.
Tim,
but
the technically the Lunar Castaways channel is supposed to be for anything content related.
Technically, yeah, but I mean
technically, the channels all have a particular purpose, but no one ever pays attention to those.
I'm about to say, do we ever pay attention to them? No,
we have
very
channels
rarely
in the Discord.
I mean, we have threads too.
We have these things called threads too.
When are we going to start the forums?
Oh, please no.
God, no. Please don't make me.
I don't know. Anyways. That, I think, is it for tonight, everyone. So,
I'm good.
Maybe I'll start streaming on Monday nights since I'll have the time.
Yeah.
Penguin does a watch along with Monday Night Raw.
I would like to not get copyright striked by WWE. Thank you.
I mean, you don't have to play.
Am I
Monday
currently
Night
watching Raw on a monitor? Maybe.
Maybe. All right. Bye for now, everyone.
Adios, folks.
Later, people.